Well, I'm getting closer to installing the intake plenum here, or the intake rather. And one thing that's worth mentioning, these bolts that came out, they were really tight. So I should have cleaned this up when I had the heads off, but I didn't. I kind of forgot. But anyways, this one I've got all nice and cleaned up, and what I've been doing is just taking the bolt outside here and running a paper towel over it, cleaning up all that gunk, obviously away from the engine, and then just kind of coating the bolt with some brake cleaner, driving it in, driving it out, and then repeating that process 4 or 5 times per hole. So that's one I've done, and this is one that I haven't. And you can, you probably can't see on camera, but this bolt I can barely drive in with my hands. That one was even worse, but definitely you don't want to drive them in with that force because you're not going to get the right torque spec. Alright, so I've dry fitted everything, got everything nice and clean, both mating surfaces, so I'm going to go ahead and put some RTV that came with the kit down here. The manual states that you should be putting about a 0.31 inch blob. So yeah, something like that. So I'm going to do one on the top, one on the bottom. Just make sure that things are sealed here. Okay. There's a big air bubble in the middle of this tube. I may not have enough. Well, certainly to finish this I will, but when it comes to the valve covers, there's all air in there. Look at that. That's not good. Okay. Kind of connected the dots there all around the inside to the outside. So I think we should be good. Alright, on with the top. Again, I've got all these gasket surfaces nice and clean on the top here. Hopefully just like that. Looks good. Alright. Let's go ahead and drop these bolts down in and find something to tighten it. Okay, so there is an official torque spec while I'm ratcheting. That's basically it. Trying to get the slack out of these bolts first before I worry about torquing anything. It's 3 theory. I got some conflicting results too, as far as the older engine said you were supposed to do these top 4 first, torque them to 7 foot-pounds, and then move to the outside at 7, and then kind of torque everything. And another spec that I saw didn't really call for that, but I think I'm going to plan on it anyways. I don't think it's really going to hurt anything. I like tightening stuff up even anyways. Alright, so get them kind of tight. 1, 2. 3. I'm just going to keep working them around in that pattern. 4. So final torque spec, I believe, 15 on the top, 18 on the sides. Number 1. 2, 3. 4. Alright, this bolt was easy to do. I could get my wrench in, or my socket rather. This bolt was tough. There's no way I'm going to get my my torque wrench on that. So I kind of ended up just, tightening this one to spec, grabbing a hold of my ratcheting wrench here and giving it a tug and seeing just about how hard I had to pull to get it to turn that last, degree. And then I matched it as good as I could there, and I had to do the same thing on the other side. Maybe there's a better way, but I think that's going to work for me, I hope. With that size wrench, it literally is almost as hard as you can pull without, really grunting. It's like a good strong pull at 18 foot-pounds with that size wrench. Alright, new valve cover is pretty much ready to go here. Got the new gasket on. Also did these new bolt gaskets as well. The whole thing just pops out and then you can pry that gasket out of there. Kind of cleaned it up a little bit. So just a reminder, there was some RTV right there, so I'll put a couple of daubs right there, and I already dry fitted it, cleaned it up, so I think it's ready to go back on. Okay, I've got a little dollop on each side. Should be able to set them right back in. The torque spec on these is 89 inch-pounds or 10 Newton meters, whichever scale you decide to choose. Alright, the rear valve cover's on, so next is this water bypass accessory mounting thing, which is going to go right here on the front of the engine. Got the new gaskets on there, get everything cleaned up on the old ones, so we should be ready to put that on. Alright, stuff's going back together, so this whole side water delivery unit here is back on. The power steering pump is back on, and I think next the plenum. I had to put the coil pack in there kind of loose, so let's see if we can get the intake on. Alright, got the gaskets back in. So now in theory, let's see what I'm getting in the way. I haven't dry fit this at all, so not bad actually. Just like that, I guess.